Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna walk revenge.
Coach, just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You said you had the 4th overall pick?
Yellow, on the line! Shoot, shoot, shoot! 15, 15! Chopper, chopper!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
You had the Gunners this week?
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
When they having the draft?
At the 31-yard line.
Yeah, they play that Super Bowl tonight.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Man, they don't be waiting no time over there.
Switch! 15, 15!
And to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Not that time for Watkins. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Take 4, take 4. 66. Bullet high.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, Take the points and keep moving.
You had to make
Extra
a play
point
for
put
this
through
game,
by
though, I'll tell you
Succop, and
much.
that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Well, Canelo Alvarez moving up, and what he moving up for? Who you gonna fight up there?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Like
When
they're
you
on
score
the ball.
points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Check 52. One. Where they team?
On 3rd down, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Dang, that nigga just came off the edge and hit stick my running back.
7-7, our score after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota gives to Henry. Oh, he trucked him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Come on!
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Smith catches left side.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
After the penalty, it's Henry.
Get there, Jalen.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He chucks him aside. Oh, touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 34 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
What you got good for me, brother?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
It's what?
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
What's your name by half?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here. A very eventful divisional round weekend. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
I want to
They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by a face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 28.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Let him get down the field, man. Good dude, man.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Get him, Jalen.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watch the run.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. Tight end left. Hey,
on 2nd and 9, Mariota.
Oh, my
and he almost
God,
had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Mariota to throw it. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mariota to Lewis on the
I'm going to tell you now, man, those people change their mind.
Before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on
they
3rd down,
changed their
and that sets up
mind,
a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
You know what I'm saying? You just gonna put more people out there, and not gonna see who can play and who can't.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know what I mean?
Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
They conditioning fucked up every year. Somebody getting hurt, cuz. Every year, man. I mean,
the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You niggas ain't conditioning right. They getting the same injuries.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Yep. That's exactly what his issue is. He don't like the way they handle his medical case.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That's it, baby. We go work.
At their own 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the gun, Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Come on, defense. Don't give me this ball.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Hey, bro, in a second, my foe's going to pull up on me. I got to run to my door real quick when I pause.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Say?
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And Davis with it left side.
They don't want the ball, man.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
No room
to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Nah, it's a play.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he gets us to the other side of the field across the 45 before going out. Yards there and a first down.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mariota now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Mariota hands to Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry.
Way to be there, Jalen.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball
Definitely
in the
need
air?
to lock up right here.
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On the draw, this is Lewis.
Why did you get this, Jalen?
Lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually.
And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
Go, baby.
So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, defense. Nothing ridiculous right here, man.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And
let's go, Jaden.
Intercepted.
That's how you come back and make a play, baby.
Jalen Smith.
Let's go.
The return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this is no good. Close but no cigar. Just wide right. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all
I don't know, more than likely.
You know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it.
All right, that's a bad hit.
Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes on the run. He'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Going deep here for what? He's got him.
Oh, no, I wasn't past the line of scrimmage that time,
all the way down to the 36-yard line.
No, I wasn't.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Fire the mic. Fire the mic. You remember me? You remember me? One. Mike 5. Mike 5. Watch track. Pass. Mike 5.
What can Mariota do in the OT? And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Check. Crunch.
On first down, Henry, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
One. You.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Oh, yeah.
That's trying to come back for second. It's not going to get there. No good. Wide to the right. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Yellow, go on, Eddie. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Come on. Alert 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Motion. Mike, 55. Right there, 55. Get him. Hey, 57. Slam. Out.
They'll try and run for it. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
I see you, huh?
Yellow. I'm going, Eddie. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, my
Physical play on the
Simon,
football
hold the
there.
ball,
It's 2nd
bro.
down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT.
We got to try it. Oh, man, let me see what
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game.
Get in there, and get in there.
And the kick is good.
Let's go, baby.
He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game.